What does this say? God is dead. Bro, y'all see this? Holy shit. Dude, I gotta get out of here. Oh shit, what was that?
What the?
What is that?
It's a moose, dude. And there's a hexagram. Oh, dude, is that blood? Dude, there's coagulated blood, bro. Yeah.
Imagine tuning into a casual live stream and stumbling across something you were never meant to see. Hooded figures chanting in the dark, blood pooled on stone, and cryptic symbols carved into forgotten walls. These aren't movie props or campfire stories. These are real rituals caught raw, unfiltered, and broadcast to the world. From secret gatherings under statues to chilling hilltop ceremonies, each clip gets darker, bolder, and harder to explain. Watch closely, if you dare, because these streams reveal more than just superstition. Raw, unmasked, and chilling. A semicircle of participants chants a vow. To your will alone, declare now your freedom. Before sealing it with that unmistakable line, it is witnessed and done. Then the crescendo, Hail Satan. No narrator.
Declare now your freedom. Non-Serbia! 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 Non-Serbia!
No cutaways, just a crowd speaking the same words in rhythm, like they've done this before and don't care who's watching. That's the unnerving part. Not the symbolism, but the certainty. Everyone knows their cue. Nobody flinches. The cadence never stutters. You can hear how rehearsed it is in the way the call and response lands, heavy and synchronized, as if the ritual isn't performance at all, but procedure. The camera doesn't need drama when the audio is this brazen. You catch the echo off a nearby stone, the little breaths between lines, the way freedom gets hammered like a gavel. It's that small sonic detail, breath, echo, timing, that makes it feel lived in.
And we found it. The witch's altar.
Not staged. And when the final hail breaks, there's this half second of after silence, a vacuum that says, we did what we came to do. Live streaming a moment like this isn't clout chasing. It's a flex. They're showing you they can gather, speak, conclude, and leave their words hanging in your room through your speakers. The power play isn't the creed, it's the confidence. If you are looking for someone to break character, laugh, or look at the camera for validation, it never happens. That's why this clip works. It doesn't try to convince you, it lets the sound do it. The ritual declares itself finished.
Right.
And your heartbeat is the only applause. But that wasn't the last time a ritual bled into raw reality, because what came next was caught by technology itself.
Or like some sort of...
Because this pentagram is 6 stars. I mean 6 points.
Some sort of like witchcraft or something?
Yeah. We got a better angle here. Look at that.
Why the hell would that be there?
Oh my god, it's bad.
It said bad.
Is it bad? Why is it bad?
Flashlights rake over a 6-pointed mark as an EMF-style reader chirps and a voice cracks. Why the H would that be there? The device screen flashes bad, and the tone turns from banter to dread. No voiceover tells you how to feel. The gear and their reactions do all the heavy lifting. A low mechanical whine swells in the distance, and you can hear them trying to talk themselves down, failing. This is classic raw clip tension. Discovery, disbelief, escalation. The symbol isn't cinematic perfect.
But why here? Why are they walking, bro?
I'm hearing stuff.
Why are they just walking? Can you see us?
It's scuffed, dirt-bitten. Exactly the kind of thing you'd miss if you weren't looking, which is what makes the meter spike hit harder. The audio mix stays messy too. Boots on brush, overlapping whispers, a throat clear that lands louder than it should because everyone's holding their breath. When the drone sound creeps closer, the group's sentences fragment. People in real fear don't speak in paragraphs. They spit questions. Is it bad? Why is it bad? It's nervy, unscripted, and specific. The kind of specificity you only get when nobody's performing. Watch the beam angles. They keep swinging back to the mark like it's a magnet.
Guardiane 10.
Not for the camera, that's for their nerves. The moment starts as curiosity. Hard pivots into we need to move and ends with a question nobody answers. Why here? The unanswered question is the hook. You don't need a monster in frame when the gear says bad and the forest hum answers like it heard you. And just when the air felt heavy enough to split, the ground itself revealed something even worse.
What the?
What is that?
It's a moose, dude. And there's a hexagram. Oh, dude, is that blood? Dude, there's coagulated blood, bro. Yeah.
Hilltop reveal. A hexagram scrawled into the ground. Clots that look like dried blood. And the kind of nervous laughter people do when the brain can't process what the eyes already have. Dude, is that blood? Lands like a pin drop. Then the kicker.
What the communicating with the dead. That's how you would summon a black-eyed child. Dude, what the
Family photos strewn nearby, and someone mutters about communicating with the dead, even name-checking the black-eyed child. That combination is brutal because symbols can be dismissed as edgy art, but personal photos? Those feel stolen, intimate, weaponized. The camera jitters. Not because a horror movie shake, but because hands are actually shaken. Listen for the tiny things. The crunch of dry grass underfoot. The way voices slide into half whispers. The micro-argument about getting out versus documenting more.
What the?
What is that?
It's a moose, dude. And there's a hexagram. Oh, dude, is that blood?
You almost feel the cold in their breathing. The short, shallow inhales when the fight or flight hits. Visuals are chaotic but honest. Nothing is staged cleanly for the lens. The frame keeps losing the hexagram, refinding it, darting to a stain, then a picture, then the tree line. Like the operator's eyes can't settle, and still they linger. That's the paradox of raw exploration. Curiosity and caution playing tug-of-war with your feet. When someone finally says, "This is too much," you believe it because too much is sensory overload. Copper smell speculation, night noise needle pricks, the heavy implication of a rite that needed witnesses or offerings. It's one thing to hear chants on a feed. It's another to stand over a pattern in dirt and feel like you've arrived late to something that did not want latecomers. That's why this moment sticks. The scene isn't theatrical, it's plausible. They thought the hilltop was bad until a single phrase scrawled in the dark made running the only option.
What the What does this say? God is dead. Bro, y'all see this? Holy shit. Dude, I gotta get out of here. Oh shit, what was that?
Solo rider sees ground lights, steps off to read a message scorched into the night. God is dead. No narrator, just the flat punch of those words and a breath that turns into, dude, I gotta get out of here. He bolts, but the scare doesn't end at the scene. It follows him home. That's the twist this raw clip nails. You expect safety after escape, and instead, you get an immediate second act.
Is this satanic shit? Hey, Spider, out of here. What's up, boo? Oh,
He opens the mailbox and recoils at what's waiting. There's a frantic, almost comedic burst. "I locked you up in the frickin' mailbox." But the laugh never lands because you can hear the adrenaline in his voice. The silence between lines say more than the lines. Neighborhood quiet. No wind to blame. No distant chatter to reframe it as a prank in progress. The edit doesn't handhold. It drops you from field to front yard, proving dread commutes.
Bro, are you serious? I locked you up in the freaking mailbox, you freak.
The camera angle is tight, fidgety. Focus hunts for the shape, misses, snaps back, the way your eyes do when you don't want full clarity but can't not look. This is why Livestream era horror feels different. The geography shrinks. The out there, woods, ruins, culverts, suddenly becomes right here, inside your domestic bubble, like the ritual's perimeter doesn't care about property lines. And the best part? He narrates nothing beyond his own shock. No lore dump, no theory thread, just a man realizing the night didn't end when he left the scene. That realization that you can carry a place home with you is scarier than any pentagram. Escaping home didn't end it because the next spot proved the danger doesn't wait outside. It sits inside the room with you.
Brick being put down. Oh, sugar.
Right. There's a pentagram.
Yeah, it's a pentagram.
Inside a dead building, the flashlight catches a chair planted dead center in a pentagram. Someone jokes about sitting. Nobody moves. Then the room snitches on itself. 666. Spotted on the wall with that sharp, involuntary yelp people make when humor dies mid-sentence. This is pure, unpolished discovery. The exact moment where cool urbex spot tilts into, we shouldn't be here.
Yeah, it's a pentagram.
Wow.
Look at that. Go on, sit in the chair.
I know you're going in that circle.
The air has that hollow indoor echo. Footsteps ricocheting off concrete, and you can tell the room's big by how long the sound takes to fall flat. What sells it is the contrast. 5 seconds earlier, it's banter. 5 seconds later, it's careful diction and clipped breaths. The camera circles the chair like it's expecting a pressure plate. Wide, wary arcs instead of the typical influencer push-in. Ritual staging in abandoned spaces often looks theatrical. This looks functional.
6, 6.
6. Man, I nearly stepped in it then.
6, 6, 6. Wow.
No. This is creepy.
Chalk dust smears, stains that don't line up for Instagram. A chair that's too practical to be a prop. The group's body language leaks fear even off camera. You can hear feet stop exactly at the circle's edge. Scuff once, retreat half a step. And the 666 isn't brag paint, it's tucked just out of easy sight. The kind of mark you leave for insiders, not tourists. That's the part that crawls under skin. The room feels used, not displayed. They don't need jump scares when suggestion does the work. One dare, go sit in a chair, and you feel the temperature drop through your screen. Nobody does, of course. Everyone suddenly respects boundaries they were trampling on 30 seconds ago. That instant recalibration, that's the sign the room isn't just scenery. It's a line, and they found it. So what do you think? Were these staged performances or actual rituals captured by chance? Either way, the unease they leave behind is very real. Shadows, chants, blood, symbols. Once you've seen them, you can't unsee them. If you made it this far, drop the word ritual in the comments so I know you're one of the brave ones. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories that keep you awake at night.